Good afternoon, class. My name is Robert Evans, and tonight I will be doing the video journal for session 3 of my project management class. Within the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'll be answering 5 questions for this week's journal. The first question: why is it inappropriate to use the 3-point scales for qualitative risk analysis? Well, I believe that the 3-point scale is inappropriate because it significantly reduces the chance of a risk management plan of being effective. By having more points on a scale, it allows us to have a better understanding of the potential project impact. Question 2. Why is it important to keep track of the risk score for each task as well as the risk score for each risk? Well, I believe it is important to keep track of the task and the risk score because it lets us know what risk we're taking or what risk can be reduced to have less of an impact if it did take place. Question 3. Under what circumstances should you use quantitative risk analysis? Well, in a quantitative risk analysis, the primary goal is you want to calculate the numeric values and cost-benefit analysis for each objective gathered during a qualitative risk assessment. According to the PMOC, quantitative risk analysis is the process of numerically analyzing the effect of identified risk and overall project objectives. So I believe that quantitative risk analysis should always be used, even though sometimes, as the next question, it is intimidating because you are adding a dollar figure to it. But I think it should always be used, especially following qualitative risk analysis. Question 4. Why do you think many people are uncomfortable with quantitative technique? Well, I believe that people are uncomfortable with the quantitative technique because it can be intimidating to actually know the significance of a potential impact. This is because in this technique, we actually do add a dollar figure, which can lead to incredible discomfort. Anytime there's money associated with something, we actually can see it. It does lead to discomfort knowing what you could potentially lose. But a lot of people forget to realize what they could potentially gain by taking that risk. As I mentioned in my first video journal, when evaluating risk, I always ask myself the question, does the reward outweigh the risk? That's a big question that needs to be answered before taking on any risk on any project. Question 5. How did Nehemiah assess project risk based on the biblical perspective you read? And how would I apply this in my life? Well, Nehemiah refused to be intimidated by Sanballat and knew that he had to complete this project under any circumstance. If he would have taken the time to go down there and personally meet him, he would have lost several days on his project, which in turn would have left his project and his people vulnerable to the enemy. I can apply this to my life and always staying true to what I believe and not allowing myself to become intimidated under any circumstance. I will remain strong even when I don't have the answers, and I will trust and believe that God always has a plan for my life. Well, that's it for Session 3 Video Journal. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.